Spring's here, summer's right around the corner. And if you're anything like me, you should be. You're gonna be outside, you're gonna be smoking a lot of meats, and you're gonna be making a lot of heavy meals. A good way to cut through those heavy meals, make yourself feel lighter, even though you will not be lighter, is a key lime pie. Let's fight off scurvy together. All right, let me take you through all the ingredients that you're gonna need for this key lime pie. Key limes, sweetened condensed milk, butter, graham crackers for a graham cracker crust, eggs, cinnamon, a zester, preferably a lime squeezer if you have one, measuring cup, measuring spoon, pie dish, salt, brown sugar. I'm gonna be using key limes because I keep it 100. You don't have to. You can use regular limes or lime juice from a bottle. That's sad, but you could do that. Just don't tell anybody you did that. They'll know though when they eat your pie. All right, let's start off with the pie crust. We're gonna be using 200 grams of graham crackers, or about a sleeve and a half. And then we're gonna be adding half a stick of melted butter, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a quarter cup of brown sugar. We're gonna put the graham crackers into this bag, crush them up to a fine consistency, and then mix all those ingredients together. Try to get as much of the air out as possible here. Seal the bag, then just start beating it. Try to get everything as even as possible. This will make for a way better pie crust. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna be taking all the rest of the ingredients, pouring it into this bag, and then mixing it all up. Doing it this way, you don't dirty as many plates or bowls, plus keeps your hands nice and clean. Now just take that and mix it all up. Now that you have everything mixed together, everything's the same color, there's no dry spots. Now we can take this, transfer it into our pie pan, and then press it all together, and then we'll be throwing it into the oven. Make sure that when you're pressing this in there, try to get everything nice and uniform, because you don't want any thin spots or spots that are too thick. Now what I like to do is take something like this with a flat bottom and just start pressing everything in. You're not gonna match the exact angle of the pie pan, but you can do pretty well by taking this, rolling it around. Make sure everything gets nice and compacted here. Roll this around like this. I'm just using my finger here to create a little bit of a ridge as I compact this all down. Okay, this looks pretty good. I'm gonna transfer it to the oven at 375 for about 7 to 10 minutes. While that's in the oven, I'm going to be zesting and cutting up and squeezing a bunch of tiny little limes. If you don't have a microplane, I think you should get one. The aroma, the flavor that you get out of zesting limes, lemons, oranges is way better than the juice that you get from the inside. When you're zesting, you only want to get that outer layer, the green part of the limes. You don't want to get any of the white part that's going to be bitter and taste nasty. Just be careful when you're zesting. Make sure that you don't get your finger because this thing will tear you apart. I'm gonna do a bunch of these because I'm gonna need the lime zest for the custard and for the meringue. I zested about 15 limes and now it is time to juice. You see what I go through for you? Do you know how long it's gonna take to squeeze a cup of limes out of these tiny little limes? These things are ridiculous. But I do it for you. So the least you can do is like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me, write it down in a bathroom stall. I don't really care. All right. Otherwise, I'll just torture you with me squeezing limes for the rest of this video, because that's gonna take forever, okay? I should have got a bottle of this and just pretended like I squeezed all these and threw them out. But that wouldn't be right. That'd be cheating. No, I'm not a cheater. Did you guys know that key limes have seeds in them? I didn't. Regular limes don't. I didn't have to deal with that. So, if you are using one of these and you get a seed stuck in the drain holes, toothpick. This is tedious. I mean, this is awesome. Ooh, we got a squirter. Almost there. 30 minutes later, we have 1 cup of lime juice. All right, so we're gonna make the custard. And this is gonna consist of 8 egg yolks. We're going to crack the eggs, put them into this bowl, and then we're going to separate the egg yolks by hand, put them into the stand mixer, add the condensed milk, the lime zest, and we're going to then pour in the lime juice, mix it all together, pour it into our pie pan, and then take it out to the smoker. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is to pick up the egg yolks by hand and put them into the stand mixer. So you just take it, go like this, get rid of all the egg whites. Once you have your yolk, just plop it in there. Okay, so we're gonna be adding 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk to the egg yolks. 1, 2. Now I'm gonna add lime zest and the lime juice from earlier. 1 cup, and I'd say about 2 tablespoons of lime zest. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt. Add the whisk attachment. So now we're gonna mix it on medium-high for about 5 minutes or until it all comes together. Pause it about halfway through, drop it down, scrape the sides real quick, and then continue mixing. All right, now that that's all mixed up, drop that down, let the whisk drain off a little bit before you remove this bowl. Then we're gonna pour it into this, and then we're gonna take it outside, put it on the pellet smoker. I'm running cherry pellets at 325. We're gonna put it out there for about 30 minutes or until the center is set and not so jiggly. We'll give that a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna take this, transfer it to the smoker. Okay, so I have the egg whites from earlier in the day. Now we're gonna take this, add it to the stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer. We're gonna be aiming for a firm peak. Pour this in, raise this up, turning it on medium-high, and I'm gonna be slowly adding in the sugar. So in total, I'm at 1 cup of sugar. That's the consistency that we are looking for. Something that'll stand up on its own. Now it's time to add meringue to the pie. We're gonna take it out of here, we're gonna add it to the piping bag, and we're gonna decorate the pie. Adding most of it to this bag and putting a base layer with the spatula over the pie. Now you gotta kind of work fast so that this doesn't go flat and runny. Make sure to leave enough at the top here so that you can pinch and twist it. We're gonna put a base layer of meringue down. like this, twist it. So into the oven, let's get this browned up. So after about 20 minutes in the oven at 375, this is what we came up with. And as you can see, it is absolutely beautiful. The only problem is, I can't eat it until tomorrow.
Emotional, damn it!
I'm gonna let it set up in the fridge overnight for at least 12 hours, and then I'm gonna come back, we're gonna cut into it, we're gonna eat it, and I'm gonna let you know what it tastes like. See you tomorrow. So it's the next day. The pie is rested, and now we're gonna cut into it. I'm gonna plate it up, and I'm gonna serve it. I have my son here. He's gonna try it, and you know how kids are. They're very honest, and this could be very bad for me. So, wish me luck. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this out of here in one piece. I doubt it, but we're gonna try. Okay, all right. I've done it. All right, Joey.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think of this pie.
Okay. I think I would give that solid 8.
That's a pretty good score. That's especially because I'm not a baker.
I think the cream is good, very good, and the wine has a very good texture to it. And crust, the crust is very good.
Okay.
And I think like the cream fits really well with the wine. You might run those rolls.
It's my turn to get a slice of this pie. All right, here we go. That's super creamy. That lime really pops. Very citrusy. That graham cracker crust, a little bit of salt in there, really helps balance it out. The smoke flavor, just faint in there. The cherry wood, very good. This crust, very buttery. Now I like things very citrusy. If you wanted to, you can bring this back from a full cup to about 3/4 of a cup. For me, it's perfect. Even though it's rich and creamy, the tartness from the limes, it makes it feel very light. Extremely refreshing. On a summer day, I'm gonna need a nap after this. Make this. So if you like this video, you like this recipe, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you think about this recipe. Tell me things that you want me to make in the future, and follow the smoke. I'm gonna force you to eat it all now.
What?
Done.
Can't get it.
See, first time using a fork?
Pretty much. Florida's key-lime pie is better.
Don't choke on that pie. I'm recording you first, and then I'm gonna delete all of this footage, and then
What? You're gonna delete the pie?
Yeah, I'm gonna delete all this footage, and then I'm gonna just record myself eating it.
Kill me after this video.
Yeah, 100%. Easily gonna edit out all of this.
I will send you to Jesus.
What?
My videos are gonna be way better than Dad's, but he's just too lazy to set them up. Aren't you? Aren't you?
This is going south real quick.
Until I make my own YouTube channel, I'll get more subscribers than you.